Let's talk the back bridge and why it's so valuable to working on skills like the handstand. Now, the back bridge can be a really valuable assessment tool to look at flexibility in areas like your wrist, shoulders, thoracic spine, lumbar or lower spine, hips. Those flexibility areas or ability to get in those positions is completely relevant to a handstand. When we look at a handstand, ideally we have the flexibility in our wrists, our shoulders, our spine, our hips to get into a stacked and straight position. Oftentimes, individuals who struggle with the bridge may be unable to get head off the floor or lifting just a little bit with bent elbows are individuals who could benefit from more focus and time on the flexibility and mobility components of this program in order to see the progress they're after. I know it can feel frustrating if that's you, if you feel like you want to get to this big skills, you want to be able to do the skill as optimally as possible, but sometimes putting in the foundations on those areas is where you're going to see the best bang for your buck in terms of progress in the skill. Now, if you have the flexibility to get into a quality bridge or a fairly open bridge position, that's awesome. Continuing to focus on improving that flexibility, but also working on the relevant strength and skill development is going to take you a long way. If you're someone who struggles getting to the bridge, that is probably going to make a little bit of a difference in what your handstand line looks like for right now, and that's okay. There might be slight compensation in terms of a closed shoulder position. For example, if you're tight in your shoulders and thoracic spine, usually means a little bit of compensation in the form of an arch to make up for that lack of flexibility. So when it comes to balance, there's usually a bit of compensation to ensure that your center of mass is enough to balance. And so for those of you who are struggling with the bridge, struggling with some of that mobility and range of motion, it might just mean that for now your handstand isn't perfectly stacked, and that's okay. Again, keep working on the flexibility and mobility pieces of this program. Don't skip the cool down stretching, don't skip the bonus flexibility sessions, and those are going to make a big difference in helping you start optimizing and becoming more efficient in your handstand positions.